Good evening, I'm John Keister, the host of Almost Live. Tonight we plan to give you the most comprehensive comedy coverage possible. Now we'll be doing our show, but we also have a satellite feed to Turner Broadcasting where they're running a Jerry Lewis movie. Also, a Howie Mandel special. Now that's on HBO, we've got that. We'll be giving you complete comedy and all right, just a minute, we now join the Jerry Lewis movie. Well, okay, I guess that movie isn't really funny yet, but we'll be checking back with it if it ever gets... What? All right, we go down to Howie Mandel. Howie Mandel, we go there.
All right, well, welcome back. And being part of my Polynesian extravaganza, it's so exciting to be here. I just want to say, how about those dancers in the opening number? Those Paradise...
Well, okay, I guess he's pretty corny too, but... All right, well, we thought it was a good idea at the time, and I just want to say that we... What? Oh, all right, Jerry Lewis again. Jerry Lewis. Oh, that's enough. Let's just do Almost Live. Who's that? What are we doing? Whose idea is this? Come on, do the show.
This is Almost Live, and of course it's a local television show, but honestly, if you just arrived in town and you'd never seen the show before, wouldn't you swear that I was a network quality announcer? Yep, I get that all the time. Well, let me tell you, baby, that's where the network quality ends, because here he is. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, thank you very much. As you can imagine, it's a frantic time around the station. We've been running news pretty much 24 hours a day because, well, we thought the war was pretty important. You know, we thought people might like to know about it, but the phones, honestly, have been ringing off the hook. Hundreds of calls. Where's Oprah? Where's my sports? This is a crucial episode of my soap opera. You can't preempt it. Honest to God, what's this Iraq stuff? It wasn't in the TV guide. I'm serious. It's like they're out there changing channels trying to make the war go away. You know, I'm sorry, folks, not the 80s anymore. This is the reality decade, okay? I'm sorry. You know, every network broke in to announce the war, except for MTV, because they didn't want to interrupt a Madonna-thon. So, you know. Somebody asked MTV, is there any circumstance under which you would interrupt your regular programming? They said maybe if the Stones announced an American tour, which I think, you know, that's a pretty valid thing. Well, we're not a news show, but I guess we can perform a public service to all those people who want to know what happened on their favorite shows that got preempted because of this war thing. For example, on Night Court, Harry told some jokes, the bald guy laughed, and there was a serious message at the end. On The Wonder Years, Kevin and Winnie dropped acid and convinced the junior achievers to sell puka shell love beads. America's Most Wanted, a special on violent and dangerous criminals who live in the Bellevue-Kirkland area. Sorry we missed that one, I don't know. On Doogie Howser, MD, Doogie did some amazing thing that surprised all the adults. Hardcastle and McCormick, Hunter, The Equalizer, Law and Order, and Matlock, car chase scenes and lots of gunplay. On LA Law, Susan Day took off her blouse, but she had her back to the camera, which, you know, was sad. Now the themes for this week on Donahue that you missed. People who have had their butts kicked by aliens. When you and your spouse have exchanged bullet wounds. And cross-dressing construction workers. Who do they whistle at? That's what you missed. That's what happened on your favorite shows, you know, but plus, as an added public service, you know, we're really happy to give you a preview of a new show that's coming to King. It's got good old-fashioned kind of entertainment with a modern twist that we think you'll like. Take a look.
Ward.
Oh, hello, dear.
I think you were a little hard on the beaver.
Well, now, dear, I wasn't trying to be hard on him. I was just trying to be firm with the boy. If I've told him once, I've told him 1,000 times, don't read the newspaper until I've had a chance to look at it.
Beaver Cleaver Hands, starring Hugh Beaumont, Barbara Billingsley, Tony Dow, and Jerry Mathers as Beaver Cleaver Hands.
Catch it, Beaver! Catch! Catch it! Catch! Catch it!
Beaver, what's the matter?
Aw, gee, Mom, the guys won't play with me anymore.
Well, you shouldn't have chopped off Lumpy's hand.
I was just going after the ball.
I understand. How about some milk and cookies?
Oh, that'd be swell.
Okay, help me chop some carrots first.
Okay.
Hi there, Beaver.
Dad, can I get a dog?
Well, now, Beaver, you know you've had 5 dogs already in the last month.
Oh, Dad, I just keep forgetting not to pet them.
I understand.
But I'll remember this time, Dad. Can I get another dog, please? Can I get another dog?
Okay. You can have another dog.
Oh, thanks, Dad. You're the bestest dad in the whole world.
No, Beaver! Ah!
Hey, Wally. Eddie Haskell's here.
You want to stick around, Squirt? We're going to play poker. You can cut the cards.
Cut it out, Eddie.
Come on, Squirt. I thought you liked to play cards.
Cut it out!
Those boys.
Beaver Cleaver Hands.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
We've been working on this guy for 6 months. It is imperative that everyone's attention be focused during this meeting. I want everyone's...
Hey, latte! Latte!
We don't have time for...
Almost Live Training Films presents A Day at the Office, Part 1, Morning. The day begins at your desk. Spread lots of important-looking papers around. These are work decoys. Makes people think you're busy. There. Now it's off to the coffee shop. Pretend you've been there since 4 a.m.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I've been working all morning.
We got to get going.
You know, I'm gonna have another cup because I was here all morning. You done with that? Yeah, thanks.
Hey, morning. Oh, you just get here?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Man, let's get some coffee.
Great idea.
Have coffee at least 3 times. Now it's face time. Show your face around the department. Say hello to everybody important. Let them know you're on the job and working hard. Next, find a secluded spot and catch up on the news. When someone finds you, it's time to make plans for lunch. Part 2, lunch. Leave the office at 11:15. Then, cocktails, appetizers, cocktails, lunch, exchange shoes at Nordstrom's, look through Penthouse at Magazine City, pick up tickets to Sonic's, dessert, cocktails, back to the office at 3:15. Part 3, afternoon. The afternoon begins with more research. Time to show your face again. Let them know you've been working hard all day. Now let's see what's going on in other departments.
Well, no, I think what we were
Hey,
going
all
to do
right,
is
hey.
close now.
Hey,
so-
happy birthday, Marge. Who's Marge?
Hi, Marge.
All right, hey, happy birthday. Can I have a flower? One of the flowers?
Sure.
All right, thanks.
Always stay as long as you can.
Hey, let's keep the party going. Come on, hey, come on, we got. Hey, you want to go on a beer run? You want to go on a beer? I'll chip in. You want to go on a beer run? Where's Midge?
4:15, time to stop by your desk and leave your jacket so they'll think you're still there. And now you can beat the rush to happy hour. This has been a successful day at the office.
Good evening and welcome
welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. The FBI may be called in to see why alarms have been disconnected at Hanford. Hanford workers say it's because the constant ringing made it almost impossible to hear the lunch horn. In a related story, the Department of Energy wants to slow down waste disposal at Hanford. They're afraid that the waste tanks may blow up. Hanford officials said that the danger is not that great, but they did admit that they keep their car engines running at all times. There's a new book out titled 12 Reasons Why Not to Move to Seattle. It's by the same author of the best-selling 786 Reasons to Stay the Hell Out of Kent. Only 25% of 70 luxury boxes have been sold for the new Sonics Arena. To help boost sales, officials are considering changing the name to the Kim Basinger Dances Topless Every Night Arena. The Navy has dropped plans to use dolphins to guard submarines at Bangor. The Navy blamed the dolphins for the failure of the project, citing their bad attitudes and continuous complaints of what a stupid idea it was. A Grays Harbor family won $42,000 on the Family Feud game show. They won by getting all the answers to the question, name something Hicks do for fun. Homeless people moving into the bus barn have been asked to check their weapons at the door. When asked why the homeless people are carrying guns and knives, one man responded, "Hey, we're homeless, not weaponless." Boeing has won a $103 million contract to make suits for the shuttle astronauts. Initial plans call for suits with big silver belt buckles and caps that say Black Diamond Gun Club. Chuck Armstrong, former president of the Seattle Mariners, is now the interim athletic director of the University of Washington. Armstrong's first action this week was to trade quarterback Mark Brunell to the Cleveland Indians. Blockbuster Video has decided that it will not carry NC-17 movies. A company spokesman said they didn't want to rearrange their stores to make room for a section titled Girls, Girls. Finally, Washington State may ban disposable diapers. Babies from all over the state have been lobbying the legislators by phone. Their slogan is, "Wah, wah, wah!" Thank you, and good night.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music.
I'm a monkey! I'm a monkey! You are a monkey too! I'm a monkey!
Who was the title character in The Merchant of Venice?
I don't know.
Antonio.
Do you find regular Trivial Pursuit way too hard? Then try the new WSU version. You'll have hours of fun with categories in beer, sex, cars, sex in cars after beer, and Idaho.
A woman who will go to bed with you after one beer is called a
Gamify.
Correct!
Good. A guy who can drink 6 pitchers of beer without passing out is a
designated driver. What's the best serving temperature for beer?
Doesn't matter.
That's right.
Finally, a game with questions you can answer.
Which is worse to barf up? Popcorn, pizza, or Doritos?
Trivial Pursuit, from Wazoo to you.
The following is an Almost Live special report. Here now is John Keister.
Good evening. The situation in the Gulf has weighed heavily on all our minds during the past few days, and Information is flowing so fast that at times it's difficult to keep up. With this in mind, look, Steve, I'm gonna need more room here. Can we get rid of these logos here? Thank you. God, those are driving me crazy. Anyway, here with an update is our correspondent in Baghdad, Bill Nye. Bill?
Hi, John.
Bill, you sound remarkably clear.
Well, I'm feeling good, John.
No, I mean the connection. It sounds remarkably clear.
Oh, I think it's Sprint. You know, they have fiber optics.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, can I just take a second here to explain how fiber optics work? I mean, it's really cool.
You know, Bill, I'd really rather that you didn't do that now. Can you tell us what it's like where you are?
Well, it's a lot like Los Angeles.
In what way?
Well, it's hot and muggy. It's nighttime here, of course. There are quite a few people out, though, especially down at the Hard Rock Cafe, and the city itself is spread out geographically.
Excuse me, Bill, did you say the Hard Rock Cafe?
Yes, John, there are a lot of people there.
You know, Bill, I wasn't aware that Baghdad had a Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, well, technically I'm not in Baghdad proper.
Bill, where are you?
I'm in West Hollywood.
What are you doing in West Hollywood? Bill, what the hell are you doing in West Hollywood? You're supposed to be in the Middle East.
Yeah, I know, but the flights were really expensive, and they hassled me about my fake press pass, so I decided I'd just stay here.
Well, Bill, you've got a job to do.
Oh, right. Listen, pal, I don't see you clamoring to be sent over there. No, you'd rather sit in your warm and cozy little TV studio back at King with that red-headed intern, what's her name, getting her to do just about damn near anything you want her to. Have you told your wife about her yet, John?
You know, I'll see. Bill, do you have anything to report?
Absolutely. First, can we get the map up?
All right, Steve, can we get the map up? What is that, Bill? What the hell is that?
It's a map to that party at Tracy's house on Friday. I spilled some stuff on my copy. Hey, is that a left or a right off of Lake City Way?
Looks like a right.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thanks.
Bill, you know, I was really hoping for a more relevant report from you on the situation in the Gulf, you know.
Sorry. Hey, why don't you go to Ed Wyatt? He's at the Gulf.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. That's a good idea. All right. Here now, finally, with a report from the Gulf, is almost live correspondent Ed Wyatt. Now, Ed, before we even get started here, let me ask you, are you in fact at the Gulf?
Well, yes and no.
Ed, what do you mean, Ed?
Well, I'm at a Gulf.
Ed, where are you?
I'm in Mazatlan.
Ed!
Hey, it's not my fault. The travel agent screwed up. You know, ever since we switched agencies, the whole thing's just gone down.
Ed, excuse me, what you're telling me is that you also have nothing to report. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I did meet a hot babe at the pool.
Well, that's not what I mean.
She says she knows you.
Thank you, Ed, thank you. All right, I'm getting word now that Bill Nye is back on the line. Why, I can't imagine, but let's go to Bill Nye in West Hollywood. Bill?
John? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Bill.
Listen, John, I've been thinking about it, and I'm sorry about what I said, you know, about you and the redhead.
That's all right, Bill, that's all right.
I hope I didn't get you in any trouble.
It's fine, Bill.
I mean, at home. You know, I know that you and your wife have been having some problems lately, and I don't want to make things more difficult. I was just mad.
Bill, I thought you had an update to report.
No, I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Well, I appreciate that, Bill. Well, at this time, I think I have no choice but to apologize to our viewers for our lack of significant coverage, but fortunately, we do have with us an expert on the Middle East from the University of Washington. This is
No. I'm not from the University of Washington. I'm actually from Bellevue Community College.
But you are an expert on the Middle East, though.
Who's the redhead?
No, never mind, okay, but you are an expert on the Middle East.
Oh, nope. I don't know a thing about the Middle East. I'm an expert on the East Side.
What?
The East Side. You know, Bellevue, Factoria, Kirkland. I know all about that kind of stuff.
Go away. Go away. We'll be back with our regular programming right after this.
You don't want to hear about the mall?
Go away. just about all the time we have this week. But, you know, if you out there would like to be part of this meaningful experience that we have here every week in the audience, you guys had a meaningful experience here tonight, didn't you? Oh, yeah. Call this number for tickets, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slice. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza.